Shalom, giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Now this one here is something that I promise to do. It's just a continuation of this video you're seeing on your screen here that I have did before. Yeah, so like here. Yeah, this video I did here that you're seeing on your screen. I did this in so-called New Year's Eve, right? And I went into a lot of different videos and details of things that are to come in this year, days of hell, right? So it's just a continuation. As I say, I will promise you all that I will add some more videos. I just didn't want to make the video too long. Alright, so let's get into it.
Agenda 21 is kind of a code name for a master plan originated at the United Nations to change the political and economic system of the world to one of total collectivism. And in order to do that, people must not be allowed to have independence. They must be dependent on the state for everything. Otherwise, they won't be easily controlled by the state.
This is something they're trying to do. If you take a look at the video that I show on the screen, right, that I did 2 days ago, right, these are the things that they come in with. This is the agenda, you know. You see, yep, you mark the CHIP, you know, that no TB, you know, that MARK. These are the things that they come in with.
Means they can't have private property, mostly. They cannot have land of their own. They have to live in, preferably, high-rise apartments.
And these are some of y'all, if y'all look at this, I know they will know that, or they hear it already, let's have something called own nothing and be happy, you know. That's what they said. You will own nothing and you will be happy.
That are provided to them by the state as a benefit, so to speak. Oh, good, we got a free apartment. But these people at the top want all humans to be dependent on the largesse of the state.
And the people on top who he's speaking about is Edom, right? Which is also known as the Caucasian, you know, the Syrians, right? They are the Edomites. I have other videos that I did before. You could go and check out those, you know. But these are the people, right? You know, Job 9 and 24. The land is handed over to the wicked. Right, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? And who is he as I see? You saw them, right? The Rockefellers, the Caucasians, you know. You also know them as the Syrians, right? Those people is the ones that controlling this queendom right now. Let me get back to the video.
That means that they don't want anybody living out in the boonies. Anybody that's got a couple of acres of land and his own water supply and can grow his own food and that kind of thing, or have some sheep or some chickens, these people are a threat to the collectivist society because they aren't going to go to the politicians and say, please feed me, please clothe me, please give me shelter. They tend to be independent. That's the secret behind Agenda 21. They want people out of the country. They want corporations out there growing all the food and that kind of thing, but they don't want anybody living out there because that way they cannot be controlled. In order to control mankind, we have to get them all into the big cities. We have to rack them up and stack them up, get them dependent on the state for their food, their shelter, their electrical power, their water, everything. That's the dirty secret behind Agenda 21.
Alright, so let me get our next video here.
Underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71, and so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. Accounting is what we call block.
So like you. Bring it back a little bit.
And introduce a new one. And the new and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also this new...
And this here, if you think that this is something that you just sleep overnight and decide to come up with, is a lie, you know. This has been in the making since years, decades. This has been in the making, right? These people are the wicked. These people are the wicked that the Bible speak of, right? These are the wicked. They pull back. They organize this. They orchestrate this whole thing well to make people believe that, you know, to believe the nonsense that is be coming out of their mouth by using gradualism. But I have some more videos there I will have to show, you know, and you will see how far back it is go.
Money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well.
And she does saying there, she think the US gonna move on that same direction. She know that, you know, she know that. I don't know if she's trying to fool.
And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
All right, let's get our next one. All right, check out this one here.
And then we'll have sovereignty and freedom. We'll have sovereignty and freedom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your favorite NFT so far?
It's not about NFTs.
Okay. What is it about?
It's about decentralizing the world. And
You hear what you say well. All right? And this is just what one of those that just came from one of the same kind of segment that is be having, right? Organizing the evilous plans.
decentralizing the world, and this is just centralizing the world. And
What is it about?
it's about decentralizing the world, and this is just one piece of it.
Absolutely.
Underneath NFTs is a financial system that'll reset, and underneath that is digital ID that'll reset. Financial system that'll reset, and underneath that is digital ID that'll reset. And then we'll have sovereignty and freedom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And then we'll have
And they calling that freedom. Freedom, they calling that. This is how Edom wants control over everybody. He wants to be like the Most High Yahweh, which the world is ignorantly called Yahweh and God. Which that is not his name. His name is Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shai, which the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. And that is in the Hebrew tongue. Ask us how we know that? Through faith.
sovereignty and freedom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your favorite NFT so far?
It's not about NFTs.
Okay. What is it about?
It's about decentralizing the world, and this is just one piece of it.
Absolutely.
Underneath NFTs is a financial system that'll reset, and underneath that is digital ID that'll reset. And then we'll have sovereignty and freedom. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Them devils.
And then we'll have
Them devils. Boy. Now this one here is another devil, you know. Like to, pushing this agenda and pushing and looking forward to the future to be more like, hybrid people, Now let me check this out. Some of y'all already saw this already. Some of these are older videos, but they all came out last year, the year before that, and everything has just been coming straight down, and everything is basically coming in to play at 2023 right now, right? So let me check it out. This is just a recap.
We are in the process of acquiring divine abilities, of turning ourselves into gods. And I mean this in the most literal sense possible. It's not a metaphor.
I really sincerely believe you're helping our group get focused on what are the possibilities of the future and some things that we ought to be thinking about.
If you think about the abilities of gods according to various mythologies, we are now acquiring these abilities to ourselves. Like in the Bible, God is the creator. His chief power is to create. He creates animals and plants and humans according to his wishes. Now we are gaining this power to create life, just like God, And in a way, we even go beyond the biblical God.
So you hear the pride and the pride in this man's mouth. You hear the pride in this man's mouth. He going beyond the biblical power. Right? You hear the pride in this man's mouth. And you see, and as I say in the scripture, the Job 9 and 24, you know, the earth is handed over to the wicked, right? And as I say, it's Esau Edom, right? Those Caucasian, those right? Those Caucasians, those Edomites, the Syrians, you know, and what you're seeing on the screen here, what these people look like, you know, there's a devil right here. They believe they could control and do everything, and everything is going to come to their plan, not knowing that the Lord is the one who controlling them.
Because even if you believe the Bible, the only thing God managed to create are organic beings. All these trees and giraffes and humans, they are just organic. But we are now trying to create inorganic entities, inorganic life forms, cyborgs, artificial intelligence, and so forth. If we succeed, and there is a very good chance we will, then very soon we will be beyond the God of the Bible.
Professor Yuval Noah Harari, I think one of the finest minds in the world right now, talking not only about the history of humanity, back to its origins, but also talking about the history of the future of humanity, which I think the YPO members around the world will find fascinating.
Humankind splitting into biological castes because
This devil's boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, the future is already here. The future has begun. It's a new system. It changes us because it's a fusion of our physical, digital, and biological spheres. It's an integration of those spheres. Just think of senses planted into our brains. The opportunities are immense, and we have to prepare ourselves already now.
And as you can see, this cloud, Schwab, whatever his name is, yeah, he's talking about he had to prepare, they had to prepare themselves, you know, and what they had to prepare themselves for is destruction, you know, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is coming, you know, as on the screen here, as you see, time is running out. Repent or perish. Repent or perish. Alright, Israel? You have to understand that. I'll get in some more videos there.
Welcome back. When was the last time you wrote an actual check or bought something with cash? Swiping and tapping our cards and our apps are not just the easiest way to spend money, they're the safest way, unless, of course, we misplace our phones or our wallets, and then it's a nightmare. It is hard to misplace your hands, however. And soon your hand may be all that you need to buy anything that you can afford and many things that you can't. Because a company called Walletmore is developing a very teeny tiny chip. You see it there in the X-ray? That should creep you out. The chip is like the ones that are found in smart credit cards or debit cards, and the chip gets embedded just under your skin and makes your whole hand a credit card. Joining me now is Wojtek Perota. He's the CEO and founder of Walletmore. Okay, Wojtek, this is so futuristic and...
All right, enough for that.
Right? It's so unbelievable, George. They're using it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule.
Let me get one more here for you.
That would provide you with an incredible amount of information. You talked to Bill O'Reilly about the possibilities of a library in your brain.
Sometime in the next century, because computer chips are getting smaller and faster, and eventually the time will come when a child is implanted with a little chip back here and will learn to control the chip in the same way that you learn to control your bodily functions and your voice and your movements, so that not only can you... Right now my mind is telling my body...
You could tell how old this video is, right? You could tell how old this video is. And they're going way back, even way more back than these times. Like these devils and them had this plan all along. Right? As I say, Job 9 and 20. Job 9 and 24. And read it yourself.
To talk, and it's supplying my mouth with the words that I'm giving to you, and the mind could also learn to say to the chip. Right now my mind is telling my body all your bodily functions and your voice and your movements, so that not only can you... Right now my mind is telling my body to talk, and it's supplying my mouth with the words that I'm giving to you, and the mind could also learn to say to the chip, go to a certain web page, download some information, and supply it to the inside of my eyeballs.
You believe that you're going to be actually able to tell your mind through a chip to provide you with information that you can then speak. So on this program, this would be great for me. You put a little chip in there, and if I didn't know something, I could say would I have to say it out loud or just think it?
Either way.
I can just think it. Give me an answer.
Right now, we're loaded up with bionic stuff already. I'm wearing glasses. I have fillings in my teeth. This is a wristwatch. I'm wearing clothing, which allows me to adjust to the climate as I go outside. So it's obviously only a matter of time until convergence allows us to match the number one tool of the next century, and that would be the computer chip. I mean,
okay, so the
clothes are
computer
tools,
chip,
glasses are tools.
Sure, but all of these are external. The computer should be in you, and
You will be a walking computer, a walking smartphone, right? That's it gonna be a cyborg, right? These are the kind of things that they're pushing for people to get.
It frightens me. Well, it could be in you, or it could be wherever you wanted it to be. And it would allow you to make telephone calls without having a cell phone, allow you to surf the web without having to monitor.
well, show me how. So if I had a chip embedded in my head, I could make a telephone call by
You could just start talking.
Call mom.
Yeah.
And mom would be, and I could talk
you
to
would
her.
just say, hello, Mom.
And I wouldn't have a phone or anything.
No. And so you'd have to have some body language so people would know what you were doing. Let's say you're standing at the American Airlines terminal.
Yeah.
And you're calling the advantage desk and saying, I've missed my flight. Do you have any seats at 10 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're standing there saying that, somebody's going to look at you like you're one of these
But
crazy...
not if everybody had the chip, they'd all know what was going on.
Well, but you would do this.
Right.
You would have
You
to
go
have
there
that.
to the little
This
phone.
means I'm not just talking to myself, I'm talking on the phone.
This
And then
sounds
if you're reading the web on the inside of your eyeballs,
Yeah.
it would look rude to people. It would look like I'm staring straight through you. But I'm not staring straight through you. I'm looking at the Fox News webpage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do I want people to know that? I would just go like this. You know,
So
'cause
we have
movie
a whole
direct-
sign
movie
language
directors go
thing
like
of what
this.
we're... This
Yeah.
sounds so unbelievable.
If I'm downloading information,
If he's downloading information, as I said, the land is handed over to the wicked. These devils on them, horns on his head, smoke on his face, you know. And they believe that, you know, they're going to be continuing their rulership on this earth. But wait, you go see.
But it's true. It could happen, right? Well, you see, my article is half serious and it's half satirical. I don't know which half is half, though, because things are converging so quickly, and computers are already such an amazing tool. But we've checked it out a little further than your article, and the scientists tell us that it is absolutely true and absolutely possible for a human being to have a chip embedded in their system and to have many, many things appear in their mind upon command. So you would say, I need to know the name of the 18th president. Bing. Not only that, I meet you and I call up your credit report while we're talking. We thought Bill O'Reilly already had this.
Right, so this is Revelation 13 and 16, and it reads, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? Here is wisdom. Let him that heareth understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Alright? So look out. Look out. And pay attention. Watch and pray. Alright? Watch and pray. Matthew 26 and 41. This is Yahushua speaking, who the word is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. This is Yahushua speaking. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Right? And we all know that the flesh is weak. And what also come to my mind too, one of the reasons why our flesh is so weak too, is all the abominable food. I can't even call it food, because it's something that we're not supposed to eat. All the abominable beasts that we're not supposed to be eating, right? And all the chemicals and the different stuff they put in the snacks and the soft drinks and the sodas, the meats, the stuff, that all these things that they tampering with. They put in chemicals in them to help them last longer on the shelves. These things is things that you could put in paint, and they just put in stuff, to metal and things like that, to bind stuff together. These are the kind of stuff that is in the things that we eat right now. The bottled water that you be drinking, that you think it refreshing, is stuff that is put in it to cause it to last longer, to cause it to get clear. These things damaging our vessel, right? So it causes us to get even more weaker in the flesh, that we won't be able to to connect with that spirit properly, you know, to stay in that spirit properly. You always end up following in the wickedness of this earth, this queendom that we living in. Alright? Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. And that temptation is going to come up in Jacob trouble's time. Right? As we read in Revelation 13 and 16. That temptation is going to come across over on the whole entire earth. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Alright? So let me get another video there to just end it off. So I could take in this.
Common people have no right to exist unless they are in service of the elite. Harari said, according to his logic, common people have no right to exist unless they are in service of the elite. Harari said,
and this is the same Edomite person here, right? Harari, who was speaking about the Most High, you know, he said the God in the Bible, right? He's better, that they are better than him, right? As the prideful soul here. We hear what he's saying.
If you go back to the middle of the 20th century, and it doesn't matter if you are in the United States with Roosevelt, or if you are in Germany with Hitler, or if you are in the USSR with Stalin, and you think about building the future, then your building materials are those millions of people who are working hard in the factories, in the farms, the soldiers you need them. You don't have any kind of future without them. And now fast forward to the early 21st century, when we just don't need the vast majority of the population.
Because
the future is about developing more and more sophisticated technology, like, again, artificial intelligence, bioengineering. Most people don't contribute anything to that, except perhaps for their data. And whatever people are still doing, which is useful, these technologies increasingly will make redundant and will make it possible to replace the people.
Harari's comments are deeply disturbing because when they're placed in context with comments by other WEF advisors...
Alright, so you get the point. You see where it is this heading, where it is going. Right? Right, so you see where it's heading. So as I say, watch and pray. You know, watch and pray. The spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak. So just, you know, keep praying, keep in the spirit. Keep in the spirit. So with that, as I say, I didn't want to make the lesson too long, and you know, you go back to the next video that I made. This is just a continuation. Alright, so with that, hope you was edified. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. The speckled birds out there that look like the other nations. The faithful aquats that are out there that being faithful to their husband and learning in silence, and the faithful Akiam that is in this truth that are scattered on the four corners of the earth that are pushing the truth with sincerity and love. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for having us here. Lord willing, we be part of that hopeful elect, that 144,000. Shalom.
As his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented, peace and order began to be re-established. Now, in tonight's program, our great world leader unveils Stage 2 of his plan for the perfect world. The amazing new 666 biochip implant, guaranteeing you physical health and spiritual well-being at the punch of a computer key, plus the guarantee of lifelong security within the new 666 world order.
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666. In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive a scientific brand. I saw a tiny pre-programmed computer chip so thin, implanted in men's foreheads underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain, the master computer that over them will reign. Watch out for 666 and their computer chip that is designed to strip you on your self-control. Don't sell yourself. Men's thoughts will be programmed by this new technology. Those who take the number, they're slaves